What's up, everybody? It's Cool Sports Guy here. I'm back again. Football season is back. I'm going to talk a little bit about some games today, back from week one. So, without further ado, let's get this party started. All right. So, I named this episode aptly Cool Sports Guys Week 2 of the NFL. We're going into week 2 here in about an hour. The Vikings are going to be taking on the Eagles. So, we'll delve into that game here in a little bit. First things first, we're going to talk a little bit about the games last week. As I said, football is back, and my slideshow is going crazy. There you go. Football is back. It's a little bit delayed there, but first things first. I said that already, but Miami with a narrow 36-34 win versus LA. That was a little bit of a slugfest right there. Tua looking good. Love to hear your thoughts on what y'all think. Tua was on point this week. Only got touched one time, I think. I don't think maybe he got hit at one time, but I don't think he got sacked. 466 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception with a 62% completion. Justin Herbert wasn't too bad himself, but as the score shows, it wasn't enough. Justin Herbert with 229 yards and a touchdown, no interceptions, 60.7 completion. And let's not forget none other than the fastest man in the NFL, probably. I don't know, still, hopefully. Tyreek Hill, 215 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns, leading the league right now. Obviously, it's only week 1, but still a pretty sizable lead on everybody right there. Moving on. So, love to hear your thoughts on what you think is good for Miami this year. If they're on the right track, they're going to continue. I, for one, am optimist. As long as Tua stays on his feet, of course. Hopefully, he's healthy. I know he's been training in the offseason, gained a little weight, made sure he's done everything he can to continue to be a viable option for them moving forward. And I think it could happen. So another storyline this week started a little bit early. Lions edging out the Chiefs 21-20 on opening night kickoff. A lot of the questions have been posed for this game. It says, did the Chiefs lose this game or the Lions win this game? So let you guys decide what y'all think for that one right there. Another question that I like to pose is for the Lions moving forward, if they can continue with this offensive attack, make sure that they're able to win more games and build on what they did last year. I know they were 1 game off from the playoffs last year, or was it a couple of games? But they had a nice edge to make sure that they were moving on to building on last year and capitalizing, keep on moving. So whatever thoughts y'all have on that, bring them on. And then the final thought for this week is, and like I said, my deal is the saddest news, and gray. I used the worst font on this, but Aaron Rodgers out for the rest of the season, Achilles tear, out with 4 plays, was a tough loss for the Jets. I know they've been building on planning on Rodgers being a big part of their game, and he played in the last preseason game, looked sharp, got a touchdown in there, and hopes were really high. I know Zach Wilson stepped in, was able to muster up a win, and in dramatic fashion. Obviously, it wasn't him that delivered the final punch. It was Xavier Gibson with an amazing punt return in overtime. But I think Zach Wilson right now held them in contention, was able to bring them back. I think they were down for 16 points and was able to hold it together. Jets mentioning they're sticking with him, make sure that he continues to develop. And obviously he didn't have that much time to sit behind Aaron Rodgers and learn a little bit. But let's see if this turnaround will pay off for him in the end. Last thoughts on that. Aaron Rodgers posting he'll be back. So what do you think? Do you think he has a chance at his age recovering from an Achilles tear? It's kind of hard as it is. So at his age, what are your thoughts on his comeback? So, like I said before, Thursday Night Thinkers is back. Two teams playing tonight: the Vikings versus the Eagles, as mentioned before. So, a couple of questions to pose this week. One, we're gonna go with the quarterbacks this week. We're gonna stick with Kirk D. Cousins moving in and see, and he's gonna go up against obviously Jalen Hurts, Jalen A. Hurts. And the question for, well, I'll go through the stats first and let you guys decide and give me my point. So currently, Kurt D. Cousins stands at tied for 22nd place with Dan Fouts in all-time passing touchdowns. So he has 254 and needs 2 TWO to overtake Sonny Jurgensen and be in the top 20 of all time. And Jalen Hurts obviously hasn't been playing as long as Kirk Cousins. So he sits in a five-way tie in 239th place. He has 45 touchdowns right now. And to overtake Jackie Lee and Vince Young, he would then be in a three-way tie with Frank Filchuk and Mike Glennon for 235th all-time. So real easy one right now. Only hopefully would take one game to reach these milestones for both players. Who scores 2 touchdowns? Who's got a better chance of getting 2 touchdowns to achieve their respective milestones? So it's between them two to see who develops and gets the next step in the all-time passing touchdowns list. Thursday night picks for me. I'm gonna go. I know that Kirk Cousins doesn't shine bright in the spotlight. He's done it before. This is very rare, but I'm gonna go with the Vikings tonight on Thursday Night Football. Hopefully, they can prove me right and see what happens there. I know they had a rough break last week, but I think they can bounce back against the Eagles. And last but not least, I was going to touch on a little bit on Fight Night this weekend. Alexa Grasso is defending her title that she was able to take from Schevchenko a few months ago. Should be on, it's UFC Fight Night, so it should be on ESPN Plus. So no need for pay-per-view this week. It'll be real close to, if not, Mexican Independence Day. So love to hear your thoughts on this. For one, I know I'm rooting for Alexa Grasso to continue her reign, her new reign. So let's comment down below, see what you think on the comments, see what's going on there, and it should be a fun night of fights regardless. And it's a short podcast right now, but we're going to get ready for Thursday Night Football tonight. Pre-game festivities are happening as we speak. And feel free to follow us on socials, Twitter, Cool Sports Guy, The Cool Sports Guy on Instagram, and Facebook.com/Cool Sports Guy. As always, thanks for watching, and be back again in a couple of weeks. There's a little bit more action in the NFL, and we'll see what the year has in store for us. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me minimize this, and we'll see you next week.